Hello, this is Mike McIntosh, and this is Kodiak Island. And this film is about the Kodiak Bears that we filmed up there back in 2016. And this is Frazer Lake in Kodiak Island. And the bears were fabulous to watch. This was a trip of a lifetime for us. We were sitting on the grass with no protection around us, bears all around us. Never really felt uncomfortable. They did know we were there. But this is a female here protecting her young. That's behind her. She's got a couple cubs behind her there. And of course, she's also got the best fishing spot. This river here it's got the second largest salmon run on Kodiak Island, and of course the bears know it as well. And they're all fishing there. This bear here, this female's got the best spot because that's exactly where the fish go up. This is a salmon weir, a salmon ladder, and this is the spot where the salmon must go up, so that bear knows it. Of course, there's a lot of eagles on the island as well, probably eating all the scraps that the bears were leaving behind. This bear here is fishing as well. They're all fishing, of course. Beautiful island. Kind of reminded me of Hawaii when we were flying up there. Just the look of it from the plane. It's beautiful blue water and very green. The only thing, probably the only downfall about the whole trip was the weather, but besides that, it was beautiful. And of course, the bears are just totally concerned with eating. They have to fatten up for the winter, of course. This is the best time for them to eat. And they just gorge themselves one after the other. They like to go after the brains and all the fat from the salmon. And this bear is taking good advantage of having the best fishing spot. You can see the bears looking up at us every once in a while. They know we're there. We're probably about 50 or 60 feet away, I guess, from the salmon weir, just sitting there. And like I say, we never felt, that they were going to come after us or anything like that. There is one bear that you'll see in a few minutes here that gave us a little bit of a scare, but besides that, they were all just minding their own business. They all seem to have their own little salmon spot, where to fish. They all had their little salmon areas, fishing areas, I should say. And this bear was, I could tell, a little wary of the bear that was up ahead there because the bear was quite a bit bigger. And, it seems like the bigger the bear, the more of a rule they had over the other bears. This bear has caught itself a fish. No problem with that, and lots of fish. Our guide was telling us that we had a good day for bear viewing. Sometimes there might be only one or two, but we probably saw at least 10 different bears, including cubs and everything else. There's a lot of bears around, and it was amazing. There's the cubs. Kodiak bears are a little bit different than the other grizzly bears. They're actually their own species of grizzly. You can tell just by the longer legs and the longer snout. They look a little bit different than grizzly bears on the land. They're just a tiny bit different. So they say they're kind of their own species because they've been living on this island for, obviously hundreds of thousands of years, and they've developed into their own species. And Kodiak bears are some of the largest grizzly bears in the world, too. This guy was a pretty big bear. The other bear was making way for him. I don't know if it's a him. I think it was a female. Most of the bears are females, he was saying. Our guide was telling us. We did see one male, which you'll be seeing pretty soon. And this female, I think, is smelling him. It's coming up. It's amazing when they stand up on their 2 feet like that. Looking for more fish. That bear looks fattened up. Comes a bear coming up the river. And watch like the cub steals the salmon from his mom. Don't think that mom would let any other bear take it but the cub. You can see she's a good size, pretty big bear. She's looking up at us every once in a while. She knows we're there. Our guide was saying he's been doing this for, I don't know, I think he said 20 years or something, and he said he's never ever had any bears come after his guests or attack anybody. They're all, as long as you sit in this one spot, I guess they get used to you sitting in this spot. They just mind their own business and go about eating their fish. But of course, you just have to keep sitting in the same spot. This bear, you can see a bear way in the distance too. There's bears everywhere. There's just bears everywhere, which is almost kind of freaky when you're, just sitting there with no protection and around you, and you don't know if there's a bear right behind you or beside you, or they're just everywhere. It's kind of freaky, but they just mind their own business. It started to rain pretty hard. That was the only thing that was not that great was the rain, but at least we had an umbrella. Our guide was, we brought an umbrella with us, and the guide had an umbrella too, so we just kept taking the film with my camera under the umbrella. This big male here is, they called him Cowboy. This was the male I was telling you about. This is the bear that gave us a little bit of a scare, because he was walking up and he was just kept looking at us, kept coming and coming and coming, as you can see. Just kept walking, walking. And I had to shut the camera off because he was getting a little close, so we had to stand up, and then he walked away. But our guide was just telling us that he was just showing us who's boss. You'll watch him just at the end of the film here, you'll see he's going to start to run, and that's what kind of started to scare us a little bit. And this is the same bear right here. He's chasing another bear off. They called him Cowboy, by the way, he's walking. This is him here again. He chased that other bear off, and now he's got the prime fishing spot, which he's not going to give up. He almost reminded me of a lion. He's got like a lion's mane, not as much hair on the body, just it's an amazing animal. You can tell how strong he is too, just by looking at the muscles. Strong bear. He's doing a little grunting there. Here's a bear He's going to try to take him on, but I don't think it's going to work. He just had to move ahead a foot or two. That bear said, okay, I'm not going that way. You can see him grunting. Beautiful bear. This bear got a little closer to us than I liked, but she kept looking up at us. You see that? That bear is probably only like 30 feet away from us there. And Cowboy makes sure that she takes off as well. Protecting his domain. There's another bear with her cubs up on the hill. Watch this bear, he kind of looks underwater, looking for the fish. Where are they? This mother grizzly is a little wary of the bear that's walking up to the left there, to the left of your picture. There it is. Still watching him. That's that cowboy again. He moved to this spot. He took off and went over there. She seems relaxed. She's up on a cliff. He can't get her. This girl's come back to her spot there with her cubs. And this is Cowboy. And that's the end of our film. Best trip we've ever been on. It was unbelievable. Best day ever. Yes, it is added to the bucket list. Thanks very much.